Children, this is Manish Yadav, and today I am going to explain the questions and answers for the poem Childhood. This video is for 11th class, especially. In this video, we will discuss about the questions and answers. What would be the exact and suitable answer for the questions? This chapter is about a childhood. In this poem, the poet talks about his forgotten place of childhood, and he is not aware about his childhood when it has gone. Think it out. Question number 1. Identify the stanza that talks of each of the following: individuality, rationalism, hypocrisy. In different stanzas of this poem, poet has talked different passions or emotions of the human being. Individuality, this is a manner, you can say, personality of humans. This has been used in third stanza, as you could see on the screen. This has been used in third stanza. Second word is rationalism, intelligence. This has been discussed and described in first stanza. Hypocrisy, phobia, just you can say an artificial expression of human being which doesn't exist really. It has been described in second stanza of the poem. Now question number 2. What according to the poem is involved in the process of growing up? Let you know the answer of this question. That is, according to the poem, the loss of childhood is involved in the process of growing up. As human being grows up, okay, they lost their childhood, and this is the process, natural process of growing up and aging. This loss is compensated by some gains which come with adolescence. These are increase in understanding, power of rationalizing, and discrimination, as well as a sense of individuality and self-confidence. Increase in understanding, power of rationalizing, and discrimination, as well as it is a sense of individuality and self-confidence. Means whenever we become self-confidence and individual, just you can say having a great intelligence, we are able to take decisions related to our life. Then this process happens, and childhood just goes, or it has gone to a forgotten place. Just it has been hidden in the face of a childhood. Okay, infant, you can say. Next question, that is third. Let me erase the underlines first. Next, what are the poet's feeling towards childhood? How does the poet think and feel about childhood? The poet regards childhood as an important stage in the process of growing up, because it is the first stage of human being. When a man or a human is delivered in the world, it is the first stage of his own. And childhood is a period of make believe. Children readily expect whatever the elders say. And what happens in this is, children, they believe whatever they are told by their elders. The poet does not feel any regret or sense of loss on losing his childhood. He is not regrettable. Okay, he doesn't regret or sense of loss about losing his childhood. It was the answer. Now the next question is fourth question. That is, first let me erase the underlines on the screen. It would be more clear. Nobody would get any confusion. Next, fourth question, that is, which do you think are the most poetic lines and why? In which line the poet has used most of the poetic devices and why? The answer is, the following lines in the poem are most poetic lines. It went to some forgotten place that is hidden in an infant's face. That's all I know. These lines beautifully sum up the process of growth and disappearance of a particular stage of life. In these lines, the poet has described about a process of growth, okay, and disappearance of a particular stage in our life. Because once we grow up, we are a process or a stage is disappeared in our life. When we grow up, our childhood has gone and vanished. It is no more, or we are no more as a child when we become grown up. These lines have a figurative or metaphorical meaning also. Okay, metaphorical meaning, metaphor. It is a figure of speech in which an object is considered at all as an other object. The infant's innocent face hides many things behind it, smiles. Perhaps the childhood lies hidden in some forgotten place, lying buried deep inside a child's consciousness. Okay? Perhaps the childhood lies hidden. It is hidden in some forgotten place, lying buried deep inside a child's consciousness. It is buried deeply inside a child's consciousness or his wit. Next, more questions solved and the short answer type questions, as you could see on the screen. Limit would be 40 words of every questions. Let me erase the underlines. Next, question number first. What did the speaker learn about the existence of heaven and hell? This is very important question for all the children. What does the speaker learn about the existence of heaven and hell? What does he think about the existence that hell and heaven exist really in the geography or not? The answer is, as the speaker grew to be mature, he acquired reasoning power. Okay? Means whenever we become mature in our life, after a process of aging and growing up, we acquired a reasoning power, a logical sense. We could not believe everything what we are told. He realized that hell and heaven could not be found in the geography books or atlas. The poet realizes that these both words are both places, hell and heaven, could not be found in the geography. These both places don't exist in the geography really. It couldn't be found in the books or anywhere in the atlas. Atlas, just you can say map of the world. Since they could not be located, because these both places has not been located anywhere in the world map, he concluded that they did not exist really in the geography, and he would believe only what he could see and find. And we must believe, there is a saying, a proverb, that seeing is believing. We must believe in that what we sees before our eyes. Question number second: how did the speaker realize the hypocrisy of the adults? Artificial expression, they are not the same as they act to be. So, what does he realize about the hypocrisy and just artificial expression of human being? That is the answer. The speaker noticed a wide gulf between what adults appear to be and what they actually were in their real life. There is a great difference between the appearance of adults. They appear to be something else, but they are not actually in their real life. There was apparent contradiction. Okay, it is apparent or on the contrary between their words and deeds. Okay, means there is a great space between their words and deeds. They are not the same as they try and they say to be. They talked of love and advised others to love, but they never acted so lovingly. Okay, means they do not follow their own statements and instructions which they instruct others to do in their life. So there is a great difference between their words and deeds. So next question, that is a third question. First, let me erase. That is, how did the realization of being a master of his own mind help him? Realization. How did he realize of being his own master? Okay, with his own mind helped him. The answer is the realization that he was the master of his own mind, could use it in any way he liked. Okay, means he could use his sense and brain as he desire, as he likes, filled him with self confidence. Okay, and is much more confident by using his own logical sense or realizing and describing others logical sense. Is it true, is it acceptable or not? He could not think independently and need not to repeat parrot like thoughts of others. And he understood the real meaning of his own mind, that he should not repeat a parrot like thoughts of others, as a parrot repeats whatever he is told to repeat. Okay, so we human being must use our logical sense, and we must know what is wrong and what is right. Now, long answer type questions of this chapter. First question: childhood is an essential state in the process of growing up, but it can't go on forever. Discuss. Childhood as most important stage in the process of growing up, because it is the first stage of growing up, and it would be not, then it is impossible to grow up anymore. Okay, so it is a very important stage of a human being, but it can't go on forever. But a human being can't be a child forever or anymore. So what would be the exact answer for this question? Let you know. Childhood is an important stage of the process for growing up every person. But nobody can be a child forever. Childhood is an important stage. It is very important stage in a human's life for growing up every person. The human infant is totally dependent on others. We are dependent on others in our childish days, but during childhood, he gains physical, emotional, and mental strength. What does he gain during his childhood? He gains physical, emotional, as well as mental strength or power. As the teeny body or baby grows bigger in size, other faculties also develop. This stage is an important landmark in man's growth, but it can't go on forever. It is natural process, dear children. It is natural process that we can't be a child forever. Childhood being a stage must give way to another stage. Okay, we must grow up. it is natural and very necessary and mandatory process in our life that we must grow up and we must live one stage after stage to grow up and to be an extremely old man. It is followed by the adolescence or early youth, just you can say teenage. Now all the faculties are fully developed. The person acquires reasoning power. His rationalism helps him to decide truth or falsehood, fact and fiction. Okay, what is right and what is not right, we must decide in this age. He acquires the fine capability of analysis and discrimination. Now he can see through the person and things. He begins to understand the hypocrisy of adults. Okay, means he is able to find the people and judge the people and watch them. He gains confidence and becomes an independent thinker, and he uses his own mind and wit for taking decisions and just choices in his own life related to his own career. That's it for this video. Keep learning.